So the Prophet used a title associated with our ancestry, the title of Sheik. The Prophet Noble Jew Ali. You know, Sheik meaning elder. This was one of the figures within, you know, Islamic societies, but not just Islamic societies. It's just a term meaning elder. That person was basically, you know, who was responsible for the well-being of the tribe. Okay. So we established, and this is according to its usages or customs, by electing or appointing. Again, all sheiks, those sheiks are elected. Okay, you're not going to go to Moorish of America and vote for your favorite sheik. Okay, the Prophet established it as a system of appointment. Okay, so you don't inherit your sheik title because your daddy was a sheik doesn't mean you're a sheik. You know, it's not that kind of system. All right, like it's not like in the empire you would inherit certain titles, not under the Moorish of America. All right. So appointed according to its usages. So according to our usages, according to our customs, our leaders were called sheiks. Right? Our religious leaders were called sheiks. So at any meeting held for that purpose. So he already read that there was a meeting held and what day it was held. Now it says two or more of its members as trustees, wardens, and vestrymen, or such similar to those of or such other officers whose powers and duties are similar to those of trustees, as shall be agreeable to the usages and customs, rules, or regulations of such congregation, church, or society. Okay? So you will elect, so two or more people have to be elected or appointed at a meeting as trustees, wardens, and vestrymen. You could use any one of those titles. They're all synonymous. They all have the same responsibilities and expectations and what have you. Right? Or other officers whose powers and duties are similar to those of trustees. So we looked up what the word trustee was. Well, we broke down what the meaning of trustee. This is the person who's going to manage the corporation on behalf of the beneficiaries, right? Which is the members of the congregation, church, or society. In the case of us, like in the case of the United States of America, the beneficiaries are citizens. In the case of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the beneficiaries are the members. Okay. Remember, I said you could be one or more. You could be one or two of the three parties of a trust, but you can't be all three, right? For the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he's the only trustor, he's the only creator, right? So these sheiks that are on the back of the 101s, they are the first trustees of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the original trustees, the first. And you could be a trustee, you could be a sheik, but you are a member first. So therefore you are a beneficiary. So whatever benefits that we establish down the road as the Moorish Science Temple of America for our members, for our people, the sheiks will also be able to benefit from those as well. So don't let that discourage you from working hard and on behalf of your people. You know, you're not gonna lose out. If anything, you know, working hard, working, you know, on behalf of this movement, you could push us along faster, get to your benefit faster. All right, so could you go back to the bottom of the 101s where it says see herds revised statute chapter 32, 36. Continue from there.
On the bottom of the 101s?
Uh-huh.
It's not my 101s is I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember my 101s.
So everybody else that have their 101s in front of them, or you Google the 101s, it'll say see herds revised statute chapter 32 to 36, and then it will say something to the effect of trustees, wardens, vestrymen, or whatever name they may adopt at the bottom of the 101s. So the Prophet is referencing this particular section. Okay? So the name we adopt for our trustees is sheiks. So that's the grand sheik, the assistant grand sheik, the chairman, the co-chairman or grand governor, general sheiks within the temple who are not, you know, part of the you know, the grand body or whatever of that temple, or the national grand body or whatever, but they still sheiks. We all within that capacity of trustees.
Islam, Sheik.
Islam.
So all right. So when we define it, we basically ain't leaving no room for interpretation when it comes to law. So he specifically uses sheep to express, right? As he's the right express
Islam, yeah.
to express, directly put it in writing so they don't try to interpret it the way they want to see fit. So it's just basically that's law within this one-on-ones that the prophet created, if I'm correct.
Islam. So look at it like this, Mo. We in a paper society, right?
Islam.
And we got an issue of identity. We have an issue of identity, not just among each other, not just for the world, but on paper we have an issue with identity. So the prophet was very clear. This is who our trustees are. They're called sheiks. All right. So those in Arabia can't say we're not sheiks. All right. According to the laws of our nation, according to the laws of our society, even according to the laws of Islam and the traditions of Islam, we're sheiks on record. There's no disputing, no disputing. All right. So when we are operating in an official capacity, when we meeting with government officials, when we're dealing on any level, on official capacity representing the Moorish Temple of America, they have to refer to us as sheiks. They have to acknowledge that that's our title. In the same way that they were meeting with one of the Catholics, they refer to him as father or whatever, father so-and-so, because they're incorporated and their titles are clear of who they are. All right. So this is the document that established the title of sheik as a usage among us, a legal usage. All right. So back when we were dealing with that court case in Kings County, I was putting on the document sheik. The Grand Sheik, he was putting on documents Grand Sheik when he was signing. All right. They didn't give the paper back like this ain't your legal name. Like you're only supposed to sign your legal name here. Because the prophet established it in 1928 through this document that you're reading. So that when we go into court, there's no confusion. Okay?
Islam.
So I'm going to finish off the law. So it says, and may adopt a corporate name. All right? So you're going to hear him read in a second the corporate name, which we know as the Moorish Science of America today. It was the Moorish Holy Temple of Science until that corporate name was adopted. And upon a filing of the affidavit, all right? So that's proof the affidavit was filed. It's on the back of the 101. So nobody can dispute that affidavit wasn't filed. You understand what I'm saying? The government can't come 100 years later and say, we don't know no affidavit you're talking about, because the Moors have it on the back of their 101s. We all got a copy of it. It might not be notarized, but some of us do have notarized copies, but it's not a notarized copy from Kings County, but we know it's there. You know what I mean? Because of generations of Moors, trying to figure this out. It may adopt a corporate name and upon the filing of an affidavit as hereinafter provided, meaning all those conditions and stuff are met. It shall be and remain. So it will remain this. Not only is it, but it will remain this. It shall be and remain a body politic and corporate by the name so adopted. Okay? So Moors, do your due diligence. I mean, we've done this to nauseum, but look up the term body politic and corporate. It means it's synonymous with the term state, nation, government. It's all the same thing. Body politic, aka political body, with a corporate side to do business. Okay? So according to this law that the prophet incorporated us under, we shall be and remain a body politic and corporate. Not according to the 501c3s that Moors are incorporated under, or whatever non-for-profit status. None of those laws provide, title, I believe it's Title 42. None of those non-for-profit provide that we shall be and remain a body politic and corporate by that name, the Moorish Science of America. Okay? So let's just finish reading the back of the 101, the affidavit.
Okay. Morris Holy Temple of Science do solemnly swear that at a meeting of the members of the Noble Drew Ali, Millie L, Small Bay, Lovett Bay, and Foreman Bay, the Morris Holy Temple of Science deriving its power and authority from the great Quran of Muhammad to propagate the faith and extend the learning and truth of the great prophet of Ali in America, to appoint and consecrate missionaries of the prophet and to establish the faith of Muhammad in America. And said Morris Holy Temple of Science adopted as its corporate name the following: Morris Science Temple of America. And at said meeting, I'm sorry, so you said?
No, I'm saying that's the corporate name.
Okay. Adopted as corporate name the following: Morris Science Temple of America. And at said meeting, this defiant acted as presiding officer, subscribed and sworn to before me, 20th day of July, A.D. 1928, Drew Ali, Robert W. Cano,
Drew Ali's name
notary
at the bottom, again, showing that he's the trust creator. His name is, it says, starts the document, I, Noble Drew Ali, and at the bottom, Drew Ali.